Child. So I logged into YouTube and I had a lot of recommendations on my timeline for Jaguar Wright videos. So I started clicking on these videos and watching these videos, and I was like, oh, each video was worse than the other. Okay? According to YouTube, social media is surviving Jaguar Wright. One particular video that I watched, it was a panel of ladies. And these ladies were from her trauma group. You know, it's a group where a lot of women get together and talk about their trauma. At least that's what I got out of it. And in this particular video, she's into it with a lady named LaShonda. Now, I saw that on her timeline a while ago. I was just waiting to see it come to a head. And it has. Okay? Child. That lady said that she met Jaguar Wright in the group. And she tried to help her out. It started off with her sending her cash apps. And then she invited her to come visit her. And while she was there, Jaguar Wright was displaying inappropriate behavior with her child and trying to cause division between her and her child. She said that she took Jaguar Wright on a spa day when she first got there to help her release some stress. And while they was there, Jaguar Wright had a psychotic breakdown. She said Jaguar Wright was running through the hotel naked, screaming the paparazzis is trying to take pictures of her, and people were out to get her. I said, oh, this is bad. She also said that she had to file a police report on Jaguar Wright because once Jaguar Wright started showing this disturbing behavior, she cut ties with her and asked her to leave her house. But once Jaguar Wright left, she started harassing her. So she filed a police report. So according to this lady, Jaguar Wright got warrants. I ran across another video that was pretty much saying the same thing. But in this video was exposing the court documents. Okay? And in this same video, the lady also leaked her phone number. I said, oh. Ran across another video where the dog was the discussion. Okay? And people were talking about the dog is sick. Jaguar Wright, girl, you got to be careful with that dog because it looked like the dog got mange to me. I noticed it in her first video when she uploaded her first video on YouTube. I saw it on the dog's ear. So now other people have noticed it and they speaking out about it. Child, let me tell you something, Jaguar Wright. While you sitting up calling CPS on people, somebody gonna call DPS on you. You don't want to play with the animal lovers. So be careful not to drop your location. Okay? But Jaguar Wright is saying that the lady that she's into it with, who filed the police report, did something to her dog. She said the lady touched her dog, and 20 minutes later, the dog broke out. The dog got blisters and his skin all bruised. It looked infected. I said, oh. She shared the pictures of the dog on her community feed. I saw them pictures. I said, oh, that dog needs medical attention. Okay? That dog is sick. That dog got the mange. That's what it looked like to me. Okay? And you cannot have that dog cooped up in that car like that while that dog is sick. Because that'll rub off on you and your husband and make y'all sick. That dog needs some help. That dog needs medical assistance. That dog needs medication. That dog needs to be seen by a vet immediately. Because that look bad. That dog gets infected. It's time to get that dog up out that car. That dog can't be cooped up in that car like that, girl. And y'all can't be cooped up in that car like that with that dog while that dog's sick. Okay? It's time to get up out that car. Jaguar. Okay? Now, clearly we can see that this is a troubled individual who need help. Okay? When she first came on YouTube or down to the internet, we didn't see it. When she did her first interview, when she had the green jumpsuit on. But the more she came down to the internet, it was obvious that she got some issues, okay? And she needs some help. There was another video that I clicked on, and in this particular video, the man was stating that his 64-year-old mother, who's a Christian, met Jaguar Wright, her husband, and the dog at a gas station. Jaguar Wright told the lady that she was hungry and homeless. So the lady decided to take her in and help her out. She moved her in her basement. And the man stating that they have overstayed their welcome. It's time for them to leave, but they won't leave. He also stated that he's in fear for his mother's safety because he can see that Jaguar Wright, her husband, and the dog is in trouble. The man stated that the car got repoed and that when he go to visit his mother, he would smell an odor. Not a body odor. He insinuated that it's possible that Jaguar Wright and her husband is using drugs. I said, oh. He also stated that he had to give his nephew a gun to protect him and his mother because he feels like Jaguar Wright and her husband and the dog is a danger to his mother. I said, oh. Each video I clicked on was worse than the other. Now, I don't know what the woman's career was set up like. I don't know whether she's receiving residuals or not, but from the looks of it, she needs some real steady, stable income in her life, okay? Because whatever she got going on, it ain't working. It's time to get up out that car and get a job, okay? Child, this stuff is so sad. And I've noticed it. I don't know whether a lot of other people have noticed it, but that woman has not gotten over losing her children and her career. She lost one son to gun violence. Another son, through a custody battle in the industry, snatched her career. That's enough to run anybody crazy. And I feel bad for her. And I don't know what her relationship is like with the nappy-head lady. But Jaguar Wright speak very highly of that lady. I get bad vibes. I just feel like that lady is using her to grow her YouTube channel. Okay? Why would Jaguar Wright and her husband be sending her cash apps when clearly they are the ones that are in need? If this is your friend, how come your friend hasn't invited you, your husband, and the dog to come and stay with them for a little while until you get up on your feet, or try to help you and your husband and the dog get up on y'all feet? I just feel like everybody around this woman is using this woman. And it's so sad to the point it's actually pathetic. This lady don't have anybody in her life that's willing to help her. Everybody using that woman. Whether it's for a subscriber or a view or whatever. But she's the one in need. And I don't understand why people think it's okay to dox people. Okay? You know, y'all doxing this woman all down to the internet to embarrass her, to shame her. There's nothing positive behind that. Okay? Every video I ran across, I was like, oh. Out of all the videos that I watched, no one had anything nice to say about her. No one was willing to lend a helping hand or encouraging words. It's sad. It's so, so sad. Every video was all about exposing her. And when I see her in these videos, I see a woman that's hurting. I see a woman that needs help. And the only way she knows how to release it right now is through her rants. I understand that she has said a lot of things, disturbing things about a lot of people. I understand that she got a foul mouth. I get that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that she's a troubled individual and she needs help. She's crying out for help. But nobody is offering it. It's like she's being rejected. And I also feel like that there's a little bit of pride and ego there, where she don't want to ask for help. She wants someone or some people to offer it to her. You hear a lot of people say, if you know better, you'll do better. But what if you know better, but don't know how to do better? Some people say, in order to get help, you got to want the help. But what if you want the help, but don't know you need the help or can't realize you need the help? It's just damned if you do, damned if you don't. This stuff is crazy. And it's sad. It's so sad, it's pathetic. And that brings me back to something that she said about Tevin Campbell in her first interview on the internet. She said, how can a man with that much talent result to selling himself on Hollywood Boulevard for drugs? It's got me thinking, how can a woman with that much talent be in the position that she's in? Oh, this is so sad. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but I did. And when I saw it, it brought tears to my eyes. When Jaguar Wright went to her son's crime scene to do a memorial, she had a picture of him and his urn. She also had what appeared to be a small takeout box that looked at something like what the Chinese people use to put shrimp fried or beef fried or chicken fried rice in. When I saw that, I said, oh, this is sad. The people at the funeral home did not provide her with an urn that was big enough to contain her son's ashes. So they trifling ass threw what they couldn't fit in the urn in a box. I'm still trying to process that. That woman, her husband, and the dog is riding around with her son's dead body. Can you imagine?